And just like that, we are done. I got the new lights in here, new lights over there. I got this side all, taped up, ready to go. I thought, well, I better leave one side open so they can see what I did here. You can see I cut each wire and I double shrink tubed each one, because what I use is these. I use these heat shrink butt connectors. They shrink down, but when you crimp them right here in the middle, using your crimpers like this, well, when those jaws crimp down on that, sometimes you break them right here in the middle. And even though they're shrinked out here and there's glue on the inside of here that seals to the wire, if you break that little section right there, when you crimp them, you still get moisture in there. So you get a little kit like this, your shrink tubes, even bigger tubes, but you put your butt connectors on there and heat shrink them. And then before you butt connect it, you slide a heat shrink tube up your wire, crimp it, heat shrink it, slide the secondary tube over it, heat shrink that. And that's, I'd say, 10 years I shouldn't have to touch them. I mean, it just double heat shrink. That's the way to do it. But the problem I was having was this light here, like I said, they were only 6 months old, but this light here had gone completely dark, and this one had like 2 or 3 diodes burn out of it. And then driving down the road at night, I noticed that it was like flickering, like I was hitting my brake lights, but only on this side. That side over there was just fine, nothing going on. I hit my turn signals, and this side was turn signaling really erratic and just funny looking, and that side was working just fine. So I thought I had a wiring problem right here where I connected these, these 3 pigtails come down out of that new mud flap hanger, and then they wire into the spliced them into what used to be the brake lights here and here. Which with that 4-axle trailer, I've got an axle sitting right here. So when you're coming up behind me, you couldn't, cars couldn't see my turn signal. And then on the side of the truck, there's no bunk turn signal here like a Freightliner. There's only that little bitty triangle right there on the fender. So I had no visibility. It was a safety issue. So I moved them from there out here to the side to where even with the landing gear and that first tire being back here, those things are, woo, they are bright, I tell you. If you don't see those, something's seriously wrong with you. But anyway, with the flickering and everything, I fixed all my wiring, and I looked up and I was like, well, they're still flickering. What in the world? So I went ahead and pulled all 3 pigtails to check the wiring on each one, and it was all good. So I thought, well, let's just see what happens with the new bulbs. And I plugged all 3 new bulbs in, no flicker. And I was like, son of a gun. That light that had went out, the old light that had went out, was malfunctioning. This one had a few diodes, but this one being like totally messed up was making these 2 flicker like I was hitting my brake lights. And it wasn't my wiring, it was that daggone light. So yeah, put the new bulbs in there, and that was certainly the problem. I mean, it wasn't hard to diagnose. And as you can see, I got a little bit dirty, not too bad. I've had jobs where, from the elbow down, black as an ace of spades, but this wasn't too bad, just a little bit of wiring. But I got 6 new lights and redid the wiring. Now last thing I got to do is button everything up and, take these wires and zip tie them. Then I got little brackets here that you got these little clamps right there that goes in the wiring loom. Then it bolts to the one bolt's there and one bolt's there, and that holds everything tucked up underneath real nice. So you don't see a bunch of wires dangling going down the road, and keeps everything organized. But yeah, just your electrical kit. When you're in the truck, just your standard, your little pliers. You got a good set of strippers, good set of crimpers, some good heat shrink tubes, and heat shrink butt connectors, and then some extra shrinkage. And I've got a little butane torch in there. It's really just a piece of crap. I carry one of these in the truck. That right there that is a tool that you will use. Any truck driver will tell you that right there. When your brakes thaw out, your air valves freeze up, or thaw out. When your brakes freeze up, usually an air valve on the tank or on the truck or somewhere, go up under there with a torch and just heat that air valve up, and just watch your brakes come right back on. You got an air line on your truck's not building air or whatever, just go under there and start heating up all the valves with that torch. Thaw her right out. You don't need a service call. You need a torch and just a little bit of gumption, and you can get under there and do it yourself. Excuse me. You doing wiring jobs, that little dude right there, you light her up, it'll shrink that heat shrink, just lickety split. But you gotta be careful not to burn your lines, because that dude gets hot and it will torch the wires. But no, it's just a simple little wiring kit. Carry it in a side box, fix just about anything that ails her. Y'all do me a favor if you're gaining any knowledge from my videos, if you any enjoyment, entertainment from my goofiness, just do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the video. The more people I can reach out to, the more people that we can get in the community. Eventually, I'll get to where I can do live videos, and I think that'll be awesome, man. I can watch the comments and answer questions as they come on the fly. That'll be pretty cool. I'm kind of interested in doing that. So, yeah, if you would do me a favor and like and subscribe, share. Anybody who might be interested in getting into trucking business, like I said in the other video, ask me anything, any questions you got, just ask. I can crank out a video pretty quick. And as you can see, the quality of my videos aren't, I don't do any editing whatsoever. I shoot it raw and throw it right up, I'm sure it'll be a little cringe later on after I, start doing a little more editing and fancy stuff. But yeah, just in the beginning, it's all about the information. It's not about the, editing and entertainment value. Entertainment value. It's more about the educational. There's a lot of people out there that wouldn't know how to wire something, wouldn't know the basics to put in their sidebox, stupid little things like that. You wouldn't think it's that important if you're an experienced driver, owner, operator, but a new guy coming into the game, that little tidbit of information will literally save you over the years thousands and thousands of dollars. Just having that little kit and not have to go to the truck stop shop, wait 2 hours, 3 hours just to get in, and they go in and they fix one wire and charge you $250. I just did it here in my garage. Took me about 15, 20 minutes, and job well done. I feel a heck of a lot better, and it cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 butt connectors. What's that going to cost? 15 cents, 20 cents? Yeah. Do it yourself, man. Do it yourself. Much cheaper. Save you a ton of money in the long run. Y'all have a good day. Don't forget, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.